एक एज के बाद में विमेन को ये फैक्टर बहुत ज़्यादा मैटर करता है, उनको हेल्थ को सबसे ज़्यादा मैटर करता है.
Every woman is aware of that perimenopause or menopause. Every woman is aware that she's heading there.
So till the age of 43, you have conceived naturally, you don't have any issues, you never had any health issues, you never had any bone issues, any injury, anything that actually gives obvious reason.
But majorly ऐसा देखा जाता है कि until and unless that woman has really had a good lifestyle, you don't see many women with a good BMI.
आज हम बात करेंगे कि मेनोपॉज में बैलेंस डाइट का क्या महत्व है. मेनोपॉज महिलाओं के जीवन में एक बड़ा बदलाव लेकर आता है, जिसमें हार्मोनल चेंजेस, मूड स्विंग्स, वेट गेन और कई तरीके के हेल्थ चेंजेस शामिल होते हैं. लेकिन क्या आप जानते हैं कि सही डाइट से इन सभी लक्षणों को मैनेज किया जा सकता है. आज हमारे साथ हैं क्लिनिकल न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट डॉक्टर वर्षा फिरवानी. तो आइए मिलते हैं डॉक्टर वर्षा से. हेलो डॉक्टर वर्षा, वेलकम टू इम्पीरिया कनेक्ट्स. वी आर ग्लैड टू हैव यू अगेन.
Yes, it's my pleasure to be here.
Today we are going to discuss very important subject, menopause. एक एज के बाद में विमेन को ये फैक्टर बहुत ज़्यादा मैटर करता है, उनको हेल्थ को सबसे ज़्यादा मैटर करता है, क्योंकि इस एज में बहुत सारी चेंजेस होते हैं एंड कहीं ना कहीं उनको इंटरनली भी टेंशन होता है कि अब आगे कैसे होगा. तो जब आपने तो बहुत सारे पेशेंट्स देखे होंगे, कॉमन बेस क्या होता है जब ऐसे इस एज के पेशेंट्स आपके पास आते हैं? तो
मोस्टली ऐसे होता है कि मैं खा तो वही रही हूँ, लेकिन मेरा पेट बढ़ रहा है.
अच्छा.
या फिर मेरा वज़न बढ़ रहा है, बिकॉज मेनोपॉजल एज में वज़न बढ़ता है.
ओके.
एंड देन मोस्ट ऑफ देम ऑल्सो कम विद एन इशू ऑफ सम कुछ नी रिलेटेड इशू होता है. उन्होंने इट्स अर्ली osteoporosis.
Okay.
They have consulted a doctor and the doctor has said reduce your weight.
Okay.
And if you, for reduction of weight, they come to me, but they are in the menopausal phase.
Are they aware that they are in menopausal age, or they are going to experience? Are they aware of this?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Because every woman is aware of that perimenopause or menopause. Every woman is aware that she's heading there.
Correct.
So they are aware, and सिर्फ menopause related symptoms से ना भी आए तो उस एज में और बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स आ ही जाती हैं.
ओके.
कई बार प्री डायबिटीज होता है, जब उनका HbA1c लेवल्स बढ़ जाते हैं.
क्या होता है ये लेवल?
HbA1c इज अ 3 months एवरेज ऑफ योर ब्लड शुगर लेवल.
ओके.
आप अगर अपना डायबिटीज चेक कराना चाहती हो तो आप फास्टिंग शुगर और खाना खाने के बाद वाली शुगर चेक करते हो.
करेक्ट.
Whereas the correct way to check diabetes is HbA1c blood test, which is a 3 months average. So anything above 5.6% is pre-diabetes.
Okay.
So women in this age majorly will have 6.2. Somebody might have 5.9. So what does it indicate? She is at a risk of developing diabetes. So in that case, we need to reverse it, right? And that is possible through diet.
True diet, right.
And then, so other things like, or someone came with hypertension, और इतना घुटने में दर्द है कि चल नहीं पा रहे हैं.
Okay.
तो डॉक्टर कह रहे हैं कि थोड़ा वजन कम करो तो हम नी रिप्लेसमेंट को पोस्टपोन कर सकते हैं.
अच्छा.
है ना, जितना हम उसको आगे पुश कर सकते हैं. तो जब कोई 5 या 10 किलो का वजन कम कर लेता है, अब घुटना दर्द नहीं कर रहा. So now they are better.
Okay.
So there are many other things also, and this is what happens to the women in this age group.
Okay. तो बोन हेल्थ भी तो मैटर करती है.
डेफिनेटली बोन हेल्थ मैटर करती है. जैसे मैंने आपको कहा कि अर्ली ऑस्टियोपोरोसिस, तो आपके डाइट में कैल्शियम था या आपने कैल्शियम के सप्लीमेंट्स कंज्यूम किए,
करेक्ट,
बट उसका एब्जॉर्प्शन अच्छे से हुआ नहीं बिकॉज आप विटामिन डी डेफिशिएंट थे, many other things.
ओके,
And then that एजिंग भी तो हो रहा है,
हाँ,
डिजेनरेशन हो रहा है,
करेक्ट,
तो फिर और ऑस्टियोपोरोसिस तो होना ही है एज अ वुमन एडवांसेस इन एज, जब ईस्ट्रोजन के लेवल्स लो हो रहे हैं तो ये एक्सपेक्टेड है, तो बोन हेल्थ मैटर करती है.
तो ईस्ट्रोजन का लेवल भी डाइट से मैनेज होता है?
ये ईस्ट्रोजन का जो लेवल है ये एक एज के बाद घटने ही लगता है.
ओके,
जिसके चल जो मेनोपॉज का मेजर क्राइटेरिया है ईस्ट्रोजन का घटना, दैट इज द मेन थिंग इन दिस एज, राइट. तो जैसे आप कह रही हैं कि क्या ये डाइट से बढ़ता है, हम कुछ फूड्स ऐसे इंक्लूड कर सकते हैं जिससे हल्का सा हेल्प होगी, बट यू कैन नॉट गेट दैट ऑप्टिमम लेवल ऑफ ईस्ट्रोजन बिकॉज बाय नाउ इट हैज ड्रॉप्ड.
Naturally it has dropped.
It has dropped.
And what are the adverse effect of dropping estrogen level?
Weight gain is one of them, and many other things, like now she cannot reproduce like she can earlier when she had good estrogen levels. And also dropping of estrogen is connected to heart health.
Okay.
As well as bone health. So many other things, because estrogen plays a varied role in a woman's life. Right. So many menopausal women, because of the decline of estrogen, are prone to heart disease.
Oh.
Right. So like they could have heart attacks, like 1 in 3 women.
That's major thing actually.
Yeah. So so what all plays a role? All plays a role? It's not only कि बस estrogen drop हो गया तो heart health affect हुई. It's not like that. Again we come to the fact, what is the BMI of that woman? What is the physical activity? What is her lifestyle? Is she sedentary? So all this will contribute to it, na? Suppose Madhvi has been really exercising. She's taken care of her diet. She's active. And she's maintained a good, muscle mass. And she's been very careful about what she's eating, and she's close to her ideal body weight. She has a good BMI. Then even if your estrogen drops, Madhvi, there are chances that your heart health is good. Because you have taken care all these years. You're prepared for that phase. Versus another woman who was careless, who never took, paid any attention to all this. And she was so busy in her life that she just went on gaining weight. Her BMI is high. She has visceral fat. पेट के around काफी सारा belly fat है. तो visceral fat is connected to your heart health again. So those things contribute ना, so you're more prone. यहाँ estrogen drop हुआ, वहाँ heart health फिर affect हुई.
Correct.
So all these things play a major role.
What is the ideal age when it starts perimenopause symptoms and like menopause?
So you can take it as 40, 43 above.
43 above.
43
okay.
above.
So let's take 43
it's variable
above.
for women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's consider 43.
Yeah.
Okay. अभी तक जितना खाया ठीक था, लेकिन अचानक अभी वेट गेन हो गया है, तो कितना वेट गेन होता है इस एज में लगभग एवरेज अगर देखा जाए तो?
So take it as anywhere between 3 to 5
kg.
If you are not paying attention to it.
Okay, suddenly
and then you realize, yes, you
Oh.
experience. Suddenly नहीं होता है, over a period of time.
और वो कम नहीं होता है?
अपने आप कैसे कम होगा?
एक्सरसाइज भी करे तो?
When it comes to weight loss, 80% role is played by your diet, and 20% is the role of exercise.
Okay.
So I have a vast experience of working with gym goers, women and men who are very regular in the gym. They don't miss their gym and they are doing good workout.
Correct.
But believe me, Madhvi, for weight loss, they have to come to diet. Only exercise is not sufficient.
Correct.
For losing belly fat, they have to come to diet. यहाँ आप 1 घंटा एक्सरसाइज कर रहे हो, बहुत अच्छा वर्कआउट, यू आर लिफ्टिंग वेट्स, बट योर डाइट इज रॉन्ग, यू विल नॉट सी एनी रिजल्ट.
तो देयर आर 2 थिंग्स, मतलब जब हम सोचते हैं कि जिम जा रहे हैं, वर्कआउट कर रहे हैं, या फिर कोई भी अलग तरीके के एक्सरसाइज कर रहे हैं, बोन हेल्थ भी हो गया, मसल हेल्थ भी बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट
Yes,
है.
yes.
गेनिंग राइट काइंड ऑफ मसल्स, हैविंग गुड सपोर्ट ऑफ मसल.
Yes.
तो जैसे आपने बोला कि बोन वीक होने लगते हैं, बोन डेंसिटी वीक होने लगती है, तो क्या मसल के ऊपर भी इसका असर होता है इस मेनोपॉज का?
Aging itself,
हम्म,
as you're aging,
हम्म,
from the 30s, everybody daily is losing some muscle mass. Everybody. Of course, menopausal women also.
या ट्रू.
So every day there is some muscle loss. With aging, it goes hand in hand.
हैंड इन हैंड.
Yeah, and जो menopause वाली age है, 40s and 50s, तो definitely muscle loss is more in that phase, right?
तो आपको मसल लॉस भी मेंटेन, मतलब मसल हेल्थ भी मेंटेन करनी है,
Of course, yes.
बोन हेल्थ भी
Yeah,
मेंटेन
maintain करनी है. So you have to be more careful wherein how do you preserve the precious muscle in your body?
एग्जैक्टली.
So there is like, first is your diet, good proteins in your diet. That will help you to preserve your muscle.
करेक्ट.
Secondly, another way of gaining muscle is through exercise. If you have good strength training or resistance training exercise, you will preserve your precious muscle. Like for example, if you say, if I do yoga or if I do a little bit of stretches at home, I'm walking 5,000 steps.
Correct.
Is that going to preserve my muscle mass? No. I told you the type of exercise that is required.
Correct.
Strength training, resistance training, that kind of exercise will preserve your muscle mass.
So
or
I
help you to have more muscle in the body.
तो वेट ट्रेनिंग, मसल बिल्डिंग इज मस्ट
Yes,
during
for
40s,
everybody.
early 40s and 40s.
Yes, in 50s and all, always that should be our goal,
Okay.
to have a good muscle mass. Yeah, if you have good muscle, you have strength. So we all need good muscle mass.
तो ये आपने वेट ट्रेनिंग के लिए वेट ट्रेनिंग या फिर गुड राइट काइंड ऑफ एक्सरसाइजेस फॉर मसल गेनिंग बोला, लेकिन अगर बोन में पेन हो रहा है, जैसे नी पेन में भी हेल्प हो रहा है, तो आप वेट ट्रेनिंग नहीं कर पाते हो या फिर उतना जोर नहीं दे पाते हो, अगर दे भी दिया तो पेन बढ़ जाता है, तो प्रिजर्व भी करना है बॉडी को, एक
Yes.
बैक इन हेड वो
Yes.
एक चलता रहता है थॉट प्रोसेस. तो ऐसे में डाइट और एक्सरसाइज का बैलेंस कैसे करें कि मसल तो कर रहे हैं लेकिन बोन अभी सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं?
So if there is an issue in the knee, but your upper body is fine, you can still do resistance training activity with the upper body. And यहाँ most important thing is look at your vitamin D levels. Because if your vitamin D level is low, you are not going to absorb any calcium, right? So वो भी balance करना है, तो वो multifaceted है. और डाइट रिच इन कैल्शियम वो भी ध्यान देना है. एंड ग्रेजुअली आप जो भी कर रही हैं, लाइक इफ यू आर डूइंग द अपर बॉडी एक्सरसाइजेस, यू आर हैविंग अ गुड डाइट, बट टू बेटर योर नी हेल्थ यू हैव टू समवेयर अंडरस्टैंड दैट जितना इस पे कम प्रेशर पड़ेगा, मतलब अगर आप हल्का 1 किलो भी वजन घटाते हो तो 5 किलो का प्रेशर आपके घुटने से हट जाता है. सो अगर आप वजन घटाने के प्रोसेस में हो, हेल्दी वेट लॉस, नॉट अ क्रैश डाइट,
करेक्ट,
जिससे आपका मसल लॉस नहीं होगा. सो यू आर गोइंग टू गेट बेटर विथ योर नी, एंड विथ गुड फिजियोथेरेपी एक्सरसाइजेस योर नी हेल्थ विल improve. So this is individualized, personalized, and it's
Correct.
not only diet, only exercise. It's a, you know, the physiotherapist is also involved, and so many things are involved,
So many
depending
things.
on कि आपका MRI of your knee क्या कह रहा है, right? And what is permitted to you.
करेक्ट. और एक हेल्दी BMI क्या होता है इस एज में?
किसी भी एज में हेल्दी BMI 25
25
का
तक
कट
Okay.
ऑफ जो
Okay.
है, उसके अबाव आप ओवरवेट कैटेगरी में जाते हो,
ओके.
और 30 अबाव आप ओबेसिटी के कैटेगरी में जाते हो. बट मेजरली ऐसा देखा जाता है कि until and unless that woman has really had a good lifestyle, you don't see many women with, you know, a good BMI. Because the kind of corporate lifestyle is there, you know, the amount of hours women need to sit, the stress, the responsibility, no
Correct.
time left for exercise.
करेक्ट.
अभी की जो लाइफस्टाइल चल रही है, तो बहुत कम ही दिखता है कि अच्छा BMI होगा, unless women are really aware. We are talking of talking about a typical woman,
definitely.
जो housewife भी है maybe.
Correct.
But then she never paid attention to herself.
True.
And she's at this age of menopause, she's landed with a higher BMI. And then now everything has come upon her. The menopausal symptoms also, the
Correct.
weight also, the knee also. So if there is awareness, somewhere you can begin from an early age because you
Correct.
know you are heading there.
Yeah. So we discussed about weight management, bone health,
Bone health,
and
yes.
muscle health.
Yes.
Now, other thing which comes to this age is hot flushes, mood swings,
Yes.
hormonal imbalance,
Yes.
sudden decrease or increase of some hormonal
Yes.
thing, and then your health is on a different level when these changes, hormonal changes happen. So it reflects in different various ways.
Yes. Yes.
So how do you balance these kind of things with diet?
There are certain foods which really help you. Like if you include these foods in your diet, if at this time, if you have an anti-inflammatory diet,
Okay.
if you have a diet rich in antioxidants, there is a theme, rainbow color theme.
Okay.
If you have colorful plate where you're including your orange and red and yellow colored vegetables, green vegetables, fruit, everything in your diet is included. This rainbow color theme is what is an anti-inflammatory diet. That's what is required. A diet which is rich in nuts, seeds, and healthy fats. If you have all these, if you are a non-vegetarian, if you have a good fatty fish, or rich in omega-3.
Correct.
Or if you're a vegetarian, then the one rich in flax seeds and walnuts will give you omega-3. So if you have all this in your diet, it definitely helps. But this woman with menopause, and she's going through such a lot of things, there are times there is a possibility she's going through depression. There is a
Correct.
possibility she's going through a lot of anxiety because her sleep is not complete.
Correct.
In the night, if she has some hot flashes,
Yeah.
and there is insomnia, okay, so there are so many thoughts are going on, and what is happening in life, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes they also need some psychological help.
Have you recommended someone?
Yeah, so it's like we always work as a team, if someone requires some psychiatric help, some emotional help, so we refer them to a proper psychiatrist, and then they also help us. So it's like an umbrella of treatment, no?
Yeah.
So it's not only like one thing will
one
help.
thing will
Yeah.
help.
It differs from patient to patient. Someone who is mentally prepared and knows what is going to happen.
Yeah.
But sometimes I have seen in some women, these symptoms last for so many years, and the women are fed up.
Yeah.
In
I'm sure about this.
in some women, these symptoms are like very aggravated and they last for very long. And believe me, in some women, menopause आया और चले गया.
पता नहीं चला.
Yes. So it's very different. Some people are like, they have tried everything. They tried homeopathy, they tried Ayurvedic, they tried this, that, but no relief from symptoms. Imagine waking up at night, you're perspiring, you're wet, and you're having chills, and it's and you're not getting good sleep.
Yeah.
And you don't know what's happening to your body.
Yeah.
And your sleep is not complete. And one more symptom is like you wake up with fatigue and as if I never slept. Then how is your day going to be?
Correct.
So that's how bad it gets for some.
It's so difficult to find a comfort in that case.
And then-
Imagine.
And then food becomes your comfort.
What is the food becomes comfort? We'll come to that later.
Yeah.
But these are very challenges. So if somebody is going through this hot flushes that you are talking about, what is the food that they should eat and which is the food they should avoid?
Yes,
Some
of
of
course. Avoid ke list mein to first comes sugar.
Okay.
Yeah. Because sugar, the glycemic index of the foods which are high, we should avoid them. Then highly processed foods, bakery items, foods that are rich in trans fat,
Okay.
that which causes the heart related problems,
Can you
Col-
name any of? the
bakery items, they
yeah.
have trans fat, the fat which we don't want, right? So what is a go-to for a working woman? Sometimes craving हो रहा है, donut है,
हाँ,
you know, or you know, you're ordering a shake or something, a chocolate milkshake, or so many things are nowadays available.
yeah.
Yeah, if you go to Starbucks, or you know, you get lovely coffees,
Yeah.
or any other coffee shop you go, but at the same time the same coffee shop will have a very chocolate rich drink also. So I feel like having some chocolate today.
Yeah.
And then you have that big thing of, you know, itna bada milkshake jo bhi hai, with lot of chocolate and added cream and all that. Kitna calories, kitna kya. So that's how it is. So it's like a big no-no to such things which are high calorie.
Correct.
You know, and which has trans fat. So you said what you should avoid: fried, processed. Also there is a category like foods rich in high fructose corn syrup.
Okay.
Hidden होता है, पैकेज्ड फूड में होता है, जूसेस में होता है. कितना भी वो कहें कि ये फ्रेश जूस है, इसमें एडेड शुगर नहीं है,
हाँ,
लेकिन अगर किसी चीज में हाई फ्रक्टोज कॉर्न सिरप है, तो वी वांट टू अवॉइड दीज थिंग्स. दीज आर हाईली इन्फ्लेमेटरी थिंग्स. दिस विल ऐड टू द इन्फ्लेमेशन इन द बॉडी. So this was the no-no. And fresh vegetables, greens, the rainbow color, the red yellow peppers, the vitamin A rich foods, the carrots, the papaya and all those things. No?
Yeah.
Those things are leafy vegetables. Leafy greens are like most welcome. And that's an antioxidant rich diet. And having chickpeas, til seeds, olives, olive oil, this is all an anti-inflammatory diet, which a woman who's going through so much, also if she's allowed to eat soya, she should rather include soya in the diet. Estrogen like effect it has, like.
Okay.
So it's soya, tofu, whatever.
Okay. तो ये जब वेट गेन होता है या फिर लगता है कि अभी वेट कम नहीं हो रहा है, हैवीनेस फील हो रहा है, तो फर्स्ट no is no rice, no wheat rotis. Is it true or it is just a myth?
No food is bad. Rice is not bad. Wheat is not bad. Where are you at and what is your goal? What is your BMI? What is your weight? Above all, what is your physical activity? Depending on that, I will decide how much of rice and how much of wheat roti, what time the rice, and what time the rice is not allowed.
Okay.
So there are you know,
specifications.
yeah. So depending on person to person.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how about adding bajra and nachni, because they are rich in calcium and other minerals?
Yes, millets are welcome.
Yeah.
And they should be a part of our diet because they are nutrient rich and they give a feeling of fullness also. You will not feel hungry after eating a bhakri, not that quickly, as compared to maybe you had something like maida ka thing or something like that. So they are good and they are nutrient rich, iron rich, calcium rich also.
How the day looks like when you are experiencing menopause? Let's say worst case, having hot flushes. So you started your day late and then you don't know what to eat, you don't know what to do. Like, before coming to you, let's say if somebody is listening to this podcast, what do you recommend? Like, start your day with this, you will feel better or something. Like maybe something to heal or give them a quick healing or quick relief from this thing.
So anytime a protein and a fiber based meal in the morning with some healthy fat will help. Nowadays we also, avocado is so much available.
Yeah.
So it's good to have avocados because they have healthy fat. It's good to have nuts in the morning. As you said, the quick soothing relief, some energy also.
Correct.
So healthy fat is welcome, right? But then again, not excess. You should know how much.
Yeah.
Then if you have some fruit also, and the protein part, which will take care of your, it will give you satiety as well as it will maintain your muscle mass. So protein should be a part of your every meal.
Okay.
I'm not talking about high protein, but at least if you can begin your day with eggs or green moong sprouts, you know, or someone wants to start with a small amount of paneer burji or a paneer paratha or something like that with less oil, of course. So this is good.
Okay.
It's good to begin like this, and it will be soothing and comforting.
So let's say you manage all these things, but you also said one woman in three have heart issues. What is that heart issue related to? Like, it is related to some cholesterol? Is it related to like your weakening of heart muscle or not absorbing the oxygen level? What is it that impacts this age group?
It's like, how is your cardiovascular health like?
Okay.
Right. So what I mean is like, see, if you are jogging or if you are running, you've been cycling, you are determined कि I do my 10,000 steps in a day.
Correct.
Okay. You have a good cardiovascular health. Right. But you never moved. Heart is a muscle.
Yeah.
Heart is a muscle.
Correct.
So here the rule, use it or lose it.
Yeah.
Have you used it? How is your cardiovascular strength?
Have you pushed yourself?
Yes.
With some activity?
Yes.
Like
if you
with
have
running
not,
or-
then वो होता है ना कि weak है, मतलब not you're climbing the stairs. थोड़े stairs लेने से ही आपको सांस फूल रही है.
Correct.
So that's a marker, no? How is your cardiovascular health? Got
तो
my
वो
point?
एक्सरसाइज से भी थोड़ा मतलब इस लेवल तक ना जाए कि किसी को हार्ट की इशू चालू हो जाए, लेकिन इफ वी स्टार्ट गेटिंग, बिकॉज वी आर क्लोजर टू 40s और लाइक क्लोजर टू later 40s, if you start healthy exercises and start pushing little your boundaries, maybe this can be taken care with the exercise and all that.
Of course. There is, the moment you start using it, you are working on it, you are improving it, right? So
Okay.
you can, it's never too late for anything. You can avoid certain things. Once you get physically active, definitely you're pushing the disease away.
Do you recommend some multivitamins and multimineral tablets to women of this age?
In
Your
this
patients.
age, actually you require multivitamin daily, okay? You also require calcium supplements. You also require a B12 supplement, because B12 plays a major role in every aspect of your body. You're already dealing with fatigue,
Correct.
right? Tiredness. So B12 plays a major role. However, you should know what is your level right now. So we don't want to overdo it. And the most important thing here to supplement will be the omega-3. So that supplement is also required. So these are the various supplements that are required. So women of this age should be taking, and we do prescribe them.
Okay. Any other thing that you recommend to stop eating or avoid completely because of the age? Like earlier you used to have this poha, let's say,
Okay.
that you mentioned.
Yeah.
You had good poha, but now can you eat poha? Is it
So-
also now everything, because you start questioning now, because life is changing, there are hormone changes, mood swing, everything is coming together in this way or that way. So you start questioning everything. So you question your diet, you question everything that you ate before, is it right or wrong? So how do you handle this kind of patients?
So educating them is more important.
Okay.
So per se, no one food will be bad. But what did you have throughout the day? That's also important, right?
Correct.
So if your day was full of carbohydrates, then you're overdoing the carbohydrate and you never exercised. So there has
Yeah.
to be the portion control, the balance.
Yeah.
Everything matters, and it's never one meal as such. Entire day, how has it been? So education here is very important. Awareness is very important.
Yeah.
You have to know your food.
Yeah.
Like, you are what you eat.
Correct.
And if food has to be your medicine, you have to know your food.
Correct.
right? As I said, no food is bad.
Yeah.
But if I sit with, because I'm down and I'm emotionally low or whatever, and I sit all the time with a packet of chips or something like that, that which I like fried, I just overeat it. I came from work and it's late, and I don't know what to do, and I'm just eating whatever is in front of me, a namkeen packet or
Correct.
whatever it is.
Correct.
So there is the problem. So that's why that educating and that awareness, that balance, that if you know this time is your time when you're going to land up eating more, then when you come to me, I help you to, like, before you reach there, you have already eaten a sumptuous something,
Yeah.
so that you didn't go there.
Yeah. बहुत सारे वुमेन इस एज में आके उनको पता चलता है कि उनको अलग अलग तरीके की कैंसर प्रोन बॉडी है, या फिर उनको हो रहा है, या फिर अर्ली स्टेज में होता है. तो इज इट रिलेटेड टू मेनोपॉजल एज और हार्मोनल इम्बैलेंस, और
Yes.
इट्स एक्चुअली like a family thing, like
Hereditary.
yeah.
Hereditary to some extent, but majorly when with a drop of estrogen, women are prone to uterine cancers, cervical
Okay.
cancers or breast cancer. Hormones कम होने की वजह से जो ड्रॉप हुआ है हार्मोन लेवल में, they are prone to these cancers.
Okay.
And I would also like to add that there are certain cancers related to obesity as well. Okay. So,
Okay.
and we are talking that there is a close relation of menopausal age women and obesity. So by
Okay.
this age, the woman is a little bit on an overweight and obese side,
Okay.
right? Because of the sedentary lifestyle. So they are prone to these cancers,
Okay.
and the prevalence is higher. So the way to keep it away or to prevent this kind of a thing, you have to watch your diet. This, when you talk about cancer, I must speak about sugar,
Okay.
because sugar is very inflammatory, and there is sugar in our diet, right? There's a lot of sugar, more
True.
than needed in our diet. See, your chapati, bread, rice will also be converted into glucose when you're
Glucose,
having.
right.
So whether you really need the white sugar is a question, and you're already at a higher BMI,
Yeah.
and you're already gaining weight in this age. And it also says that sugar is 8 times more addictive than cocaine. So it's addictive.
Oh God.
People are addicted to it.
Other thing is salt also.
Yes.
The people are addicted to salt.
Yes.
They can live without sugar, but they can't live with salt, you know.
So these things, sugar, salt, you know, you have to really, in this age, you know, you have to really cut down on this, because they might have hypertension as well, right? Because then if there is hypertension, then you must restrict your salt intake. Don't use salt in, you know, in your ऊपर से नहीं लेना है नमक, जितना हो सके. तो it's food may also use less salt. So certain things which we really want to avoid in this age, you know, to be in a mode of prevention.
Correct.
Salt and sugar are two that we have come to now, you know.
So apart from like these health issues that you experience, because say let's say cancer and like, you know, heart and everything, these are so serious that, you know, one has to be, it is a personalized diet. We can't speak generic about it. you know.
Yes.
So that way. The other thing is, in terms of prevention, you can do is exercise. So what kind of exercise you recommend to these women if they are experiencing these kind of symptoms and having difficulty, even like, you know, having good metabolism rate? So what kind of exercises that you can recommend?
Honestly, if you ask me, you want to keep these things away. Like
Yeah.
you don't want to have heart-related issues, cancer-related things.
Correct.
You don't want to have all this. I would personally recommend my menopausal age woman client to at least exercise 5 to 6 times a week.
5 to 6 times in a week. Okay.
Earlier people would say 3 times a week exercise
Yeah,
karo.
exactly.
I'm saying that have a regularity. You can take one day as an off, right? And again, I must insist anti-gravity exercise.
Okay.
You just बातें करते करते थोड़ा चल लिए, मैं walk करती हूँ. But is that walk helping you? unless it is a brisk walk, right? So jog is better, running is better, but the thing is the women of this age cannot.
True.
They
Because
cannot.
of bone health,
Yeah.
because of muscle
Also
pain,
staircase climbing is good, yeah, but resistance training, as I said, is good. Strength training is good for the uptake of calcium and all. So whatever you can do, there will be so much that these days you also get a cycle which is only a hand cycle, which can be placed on a table. It has resistance, and you can do it. So you're exercising your upper body, right? You're taking care of your muscles in the upper body, right?
Correct.
So there is a lot that can be done. But provided you're willing and you want to not have these things happen to you.
Yeah. The other thing about this age group is the lifestyle is completely different, because you are retired from your children's responsibilities, duties. You are no longer like walking on clock and like chasing children. So it is completely different. It is more relaxed, where you want to attend gatherings, you actually
Socializing?
because, yeah, you're socializing a lot in this age. So what happens, you are eating obviously the rich food that is available in buffet.
I must also say, sorry, but alcohol and smoking also sometimes,
yeah, because it is a part of socializing.
Yes.
So many women do that. So how do you recommend balancing this, because socializing is also important.
Yes.
Like if you are not doing many things you are not doing now, and you are enjoying social life, it's good for health, your mental health, but is it good for your health also? That is something you have to.
So whenever we talk about the risk associated with menopause, there is an important criteria. We say that restrict alcohol and reduce smoking. Because you spoke about socializing, so alcohol is a major part of our socializing.
Correct.
If you want to have relief from your symptoms of menopause, you must restrict your alcohol intake. So I'm not talking about someone who's like having a few drinks here and there, but there could be women who are used to a couple of drinks,
Yeah, used to having a glass of wine every day.
Yeah, so you have to restrict alcohol if you want relief from your symptoms. You don't want your problem to increase, because alcohol is just not like that. You also eat things with alcohol.
Correct.
And this is usually at night time. And when your metabolism is so slow, whatever you're eating now is going to be deposited around your belly.
Yeah.
So these are the things. And when you spoke so much about socializing, there is a lot of pressure from the friends and peers also.
Correct.
It doesn't matter, it's okay.
Yeah, I know.
What if you put on 1 more kilo?
Yeah, correct.
But you have to be strict with yourself. Eating healthy also, you can socialize.
Correct.
But you must feel the need for it.
Yeah, true. Now you are saying that you gain weight around your body, like in belly.
Yeah.
So what happens is many women says that I'm feeling that I've put on weight. Maybe I'm bloating. Maybe it is water retention, or maybe they avoid the even thought of it is a weight gain. They think it is a temporary. But what happens during this age is your weight gain is rigid, it doesn't just go off.
Yeah.
So can you explain this bloating effect, the water retention effect, and the weight loss that you have, rigid weight gain that you have got from this?
Yeah. So as I always insist, don't be scared to step on the weighing scale. Step on the weighing scale in the morning and track it at least weekly once, so you know whether you put on. Right? So you're aware of your weight gain. If you don't pay attention to it, you will never know that how 4 kilos you have put on. You will never know.
Yeah, that happens.
Always track. Always track it. So your attention is on it. And with regards to water retention, suppose it is water retention, then you will find some amount of swelling in your legs or in your feet. If you press it, edema is when you press it, you will see that एक ऐसे दब जाती है स्किन अंदर. That is water retention. Water retain हो रहा है, right? वो अलग है, weight gain अलग है. और bloating तो अलग है कि women को इस एज में ऐसे होता है, सुबह जो कपड़े फिट हो रहे थे, दिन
हम्म।
खत्म होते होते वो कपड़े टाइट होने लगे।
हाँ,
वो
okay.
ब्लोटिंग होता है, जबकि बॉडी फूल जाती है,
हम्म,
जैसे कोई गैस भर गया हो। ऐसे
Okay.
होता है, दैट
Okay.
हैपेंस।
Okay.
Many women
हम्म,
have this problem. I ate something and I'm so bloated now. मेरा
हाँ।
पेट इतना फूल गया है। होता है ये। What is the condition of your gut?
Okay.
Sometimes you don't have good gut bacteria,
हम्म,
so that might cause bloating. So that bloating is different. Another is like maybe you're not using the washroom daily and that is causing bloating
Yeah, that
or
happens
gas,
also,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah, होता है।
Because many women are very careful about using washroom, restrooms, avoiding in social public places
Yes.
and gatherings, they
With the
avoid
fear
it.
of infections or something
yeah,
like
they
that.
do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, that happens. So the bloating is there.
Yeah, so it is there. So there are so many things like the hygiene that you need to
Factor.
follow for the what I mean is like आपका पेट साफ होना, अच्छे से पेट साफ होना, आपको एसिडिटी ना होना, तब फिर आपको ब्लोटिंग नहीं होगा. So there are so many things. So these three things that you spoke about, the weight gain, the water retention, and the bloating, this is a part and parcel of a woman of this age, but they are all different.
Yeah.
Everybody might not have all three,
Yeah.
but you need to be able to distinguish what it is.
हाँ.
But weight gain is weight gain,
Correct.
and you have a weighing scale to monitor it.
Thank you so much, Varsha, for coming and joining us again. And we have discussed a very important subject called menopause through diet.
It was my pleasure.
अगर आप डॉक्टर वर्षा फिरवानी से कनेक्ट करना चाहते हैं तो डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दी गई डिटेल्स को चेक करें. हमारा ये एपिसोड अपने दोस्तों और परिवार के साथ ज़रूर शेयर करें. जल्द मिलते हैं अगले एपिसोड में. तब तक हेल्दी रहिए, मुस्कुराते रहिए और जुड़े रहिए एम्पीरिया कनेक्ट्स के साथ.